Public Wi-Fi is built on trust. You connect. You browse. You assume it's safe. A coffee shop, an airport, a hotel, a university library. Thousands of people connect to networks they know absolutely nothing about every single day. Because most of the time, nothing happens. But what if the network knew who you were before you connected? What if it knew where you were going? Or worse, what if disconnecting wasn't enough? These are 5 public Wi-Fi horror stories that felt a little too real. Story 1. Connected. The network appeared every morning at exactly 7:42. That's what made me notice it. I took the same train to university every day. Same carriage. Same seat if I could get it. Same routine. One morning while scrolling through my phone, I noticed a new Wi-Fi network. free_fast_Wi-Fi. Strong signal. No password. I ignored it. The next day it appeared again. Same train. Same time. Same network. Still not strange. Plenty of trains have Wi-Fi. Then on Wednesday I accidentally tapped it. The connection happened instantly. No login page. No terms. Nothing. Just connected. My stomach tightened slightly. That felt odd. Most public Wi-Fi makes you sign in somehow. I disconnected. Forgot about it. Then later that evening my phone buzzed. Notification. No app attached. Just text. Thanks for riding with us. I frowned. The message disappeared before I could tap it. The next morning the network appeared again. free_fast_Wi-Fi. This time the name changed while I watched. Same seat today. My stomach tightened. Because I was sitting in the exact same seat as usual. I refreshed. The name changed again. Window side. Correct. Then, blue jacket. I froze. Because I was wearing a blue jacket. The network disappeared immediately afterward. That night I couldn't stop thinking about it. So the next morning I deliberately sat elsewhere. Different carriage. Different seat. Around 7:42 my phone vibrated. Available networks. Found you. Signal strength. Full. My chest tightened instantly. Then another network appeared underneath. Wrong carriage. I stared at the screen. The names updated again. Move left. Then, there you are. I disconnected Wi-Fi completely. The networks vanished. A few seconds later my phone received another notification. No app. No sender. Just text. Better. That afternoon I factory reset my network settings. Deleted saved connections. Everything. The next day there were no strange networks. I felt relieved. Until I got home. Because when I opened Wi-Fi settings that evening, there was only one available network. Signal strength. Maximum. Network name. Home now. And for the first time, the source showed as connected nearby device. Story 2. Guest network. I only connected because my phone battery was dying. That's the entire reason. I was sitting inside a small cafe near campus trying to finish an assignment before a deadline. Laptop open. Phone on 8%. No charger. No signal. The building had terrible reception. So when I noticed the cafe's Wi-Fi password written on a sign behind the counter, I connected immediately. Beanhouse_guest. Nothing unusual. The internet worked. My assignment uploaded. Problem solved. Or so I thought. About 20 minutes later, my phone displayed a notification. New device connected to network. I frowned. That wasn't my network. Why would I receive that? I dismissed it. Then another appeared. One device online. A few seconds later, 2 devices online. My stomach tightened slightly. The notifications looked strange. No app logo. No source. Just plain system alerts. Then another one appeared. 3 devices online. I looked around the cafe. Maybe it was some weird network management thing. People sat everywhere. Students. Workers. Couples. Normal. Then the next notification appeared. 4 devices online. Underneath it, "You are device 4. I stared at the screen. The notification disappeared before I could interact with it. For the rest of the afternoon, nothing happened. I packed up and left around 5 p.m. By then, I'd forgotten about it completely. Until later that night, around 11 p.m. I was watching YouTube in bed when my phone buzzed. Notification: 3 devices online. My stomach tightened, because I wasn't connected to the cafe anymore. I checked Wi-Fi, home network, everything normal. Then another alert appeared. 2 devices online. A few minutes later, 1 device online. Then, "You are device 1. My chest tightened. The messages felt wrong somehow. Like they weren't status updates. Like they were counting down. I turned notifications off and went to sleep. The next morning, my phone buzzed again. Same style. No logo. No app. Just text. New device connected to network. Then, 2 devices online. I opened it immediately. Nothing happened. No source. No settings. Nothing. The message simply vanished. Throughout the day, the count slowly increased. 3 devices. 4 devices. 5 devices. By evening, it reached 7. Then stopped. I couldn't explain why, but the number bothered me. I found myself checking it constantly, waiting for the next notification. That night around midnight, another alert arrived. Device 6 disconnected. A few minutes later, device 5 disconnected. Then, device 4 disconnected. My stomach tightened. The count was dropping again, exactly like before. Then another notification appeared. Device 3 disconnected, immediately followed by location shared. I froze, because I'd never shared my location with anyone. I opened Find My. Nothing. No active sharing. No unknown users. Everything looked normal. Then my phone buzzed again. Device 2 disconnected. My chest felt cold. The next notification appeared almost immediately. Device 1 remaining. Then underneath, "You." I stared at the screen, heart hammering now. Then one final message appeared. Network empty. The notifications stopped. Silence. For almost 3 days. Then on Friday afternoon, I returned to the same cafe. Not intentionally. I just happened to be nearby. As soon as I walked through the door, my phone vibrated. Welcome back. My stomach dropped instantly. Then, 8 devices online. I looked around. Every table occupied. Nothing unusual. Then another alert. 7 devices online. I frowned. The number was already dropping. Then, 6 devices online. A minute later, 5 devices online. My chest tightened, because people weren't leaving. Everyone remained exactly where they were. Yet the count kept falling. Then 1. I stood up immediately, ready to leave. That's when the final notification arrived. "You are device 1. Followed by, "Searching for new connection." The cafe Wi-Fi disconnected by itself. Every available network vanished from my phone, except one. Signal strength. Maximum. Network name. Last user connected. Story 3. Accept terms. The login page knew my name before I entered it. That's what made me take a screenshot. I was stuck in an airport for nearly 6 hours after my flight got delayed. Nothing exciting. Just endless waiting. Eventually my phone data started running low, so I connected to the airport Wi-Fi. Airport_free_Wi-Fi. Normal. The login page opened instantly. White background. Airport logo. Everything looked legitimate. Then I noticed something strange. The welcome message at the top already said, "Welcome back, Usman." My stomach tightened slightly. I had never used this airport before. Never even been to this city. Still, I figured it was pulling information from my Google account or something. Technology does weird things. I accepted the terms. Connected. Forgot about it. Around 30 minutes later, I received an email. Subject: "Thanks for visiting. No sender. No company name. No branding. The body contained only one sentence. Gate 18 is quieter than Gate 12. I frowned, because I had literally moved from Gate 12 to Gate 18 about 10 minutes earlier. I deleted the email. Then another arrived. Better view from that seat. My stomach tightened, because I'd changed seats again. Nobody should have known. I checked the sender address. Blank. Nothing there. No actual email. Just the message. The next email arrived 5 minutes later. Blue suitcase. Black hoodie. I froze. That described me perfectly. Then another. Still waiting. I looked around immediately. Hundreds of people. Families. Travelers. Nothing unusual. No one seemed interested in me. Then another email appeared. Don't look around so much. My chest tightened. I closed the phone immediately. For the next hour I ignored every notification. No emails. No alerts. Nothing. Eventually I convinced myself it was some kind of marketing campaign. A creepy one. But still a campaign. Then my flight got delayed again. Another 2 hours. At that point I desperately needed the Wi-Fi. So I stayed connected. That turned out to be a mistake. Around midnight a notification appeared. Not an email this time. A browser pop-up. No logo. No source. Just text. Would you like faster internet? 2 buttons. Yes. No. Against my better judgment, I pressed yes. The page refreshed instantly. Download speed doubled. I actually laughed. The internet genuinely became faster. Then another message appeared. Thank you. Underneath it. One question. My stomach tightened. Then, why are you traveling alone? I stared at the screen. The message disappeared. A new one appeared. Wrong answer. I hadn't even replied. Then another. Try again. I disconnected immediately. Turned Wi-Fi off. Problem solved. Or so I thought. A few minutes later my phone buzzed. Wi-Fi reconnected automatically. No permission request. No login page. Just connected. Then a final notification appeared. Gate changed. I checked the airport screens. My gate had actually changed. Gate 31. The notification had arrived nearly a minute before the airport announced it. My stomach felt cold. Then another message appeared. You should hurry. I grabbed my bag and started walking. Halfway there, another notification. Wrong direction. I stopped immediately. Looked up. The gate sign pointed left. I was walking right. The message was correct. I turned around. Then another notification appeared. Much better. At this point I genuinely felt uneasy. The Wi-Fi seemed to know exactly where I was. Exactly what I was doing. Then the final message arrived. Final question. I kept walking. The message expanded automatically. Do you think you're the only passenger using this network? Underneath appeared a number. Connected users, 347. Then the number started falling. One user disappearing every second. My chest tightened painfully, because nobody around me was leaving. Nobody was disconnecting. Yet the number kept dropping. I reached my gate. The countdown continued. Then suddenly it stopped. The number froze. 2 connected users remaining. I stared at the screen. Then a final notification appeared. Thank you for waiting with me. The Wi-Fi disconnected instantly. When I checked available networks again, airport_free_Wi-Fi no longer existed. Only one network remained. Signal strength. Maximum. Network name. Passenger_2. Story 4. Hotel Wi-Fi. The network was already connected when I entered the room. That should have been my first warning. I was staying overnight in a hotel for a university event. Nothing fancy. Just one of those modern business hotels near a conference center. I'd been traveling all day and was exhausted. After checking in, I dumped my bags on the bed and pulled out my phone. Immediately I noticed the Wi-Fi icon. Connected. No login page. No password. Nothing. Network. Guest_room_417. My stomach tightened slightly, because room 417 was my room. Still, I assumed the hotel automatically connected guests somehow. Not impossible. I thought nothing more of it. Then my phone buzzed. Browser notification. No app. No logo. Just text. Welcome, Usman. I frowned. The message vanished. Then another appeared. Temperature comfortable? I looked around the room. Air conditioning hummed quietly. Everything felt normal. I ignored it. A few minutes later. Would you like the lights dimmed? My stomach tightened, because the room lights suddenly became slightly darker. I stared at them, then at my phone. Then another notification arrived. You're welcome. At that point I assumed the hotel had some kind of smart room system. Weird, but explainable. That explanation lasted until midnight. I was lying in bed scrolling through TikTok when another notification appeared. Guest activity detected. Underneath it, room 416. I frowned. Then, room 418. Then, room 419. The notifications kept arriving. One room after another. Guest activity detected. Guest activity detected. Guest activity detected. Almost like the network was monitoring everyone in the building. I checked the time. 12:13 a.m. The notifications stopped. Then a final one appeared. Room 417 active. My room. My chest tightened slightly. Then another message appeared. Only 4 guests remaining awake. I stared at the screen. The notification disappeared. A minute later, only 3 guests remaining awake. Then, only 2 guests remaining awake. I sat upright, because the messages felt wrong. Not informative. Observational. Like somebody was counting. Then another arrived. Only 1 guest remaining awake. The room suddenly felt colder. I checked the hallway through the peephole. Empty. Silent. Then my phone buzzed again. Correction. My stomach tightened. The message expanded. 2 guests remaining awake. I froze. Then another notification appeared immediately underneath. You. End. Room 428. I looked up. My room was on the 4th floor. Room 428 sat 11 doors away. At the far end of the corridor. The notification disappeared. For several minutes nothing happened. Then, room 428 door opened. My chest tightened. Then, room 428 left room. Then, room 428 using elevator. The updates kept coming. Live. Like a tracking system. Then, room 428, floor 4. My stomach dropped, because they were already on floor 4. Then, room 428 entered corridor. Then, room 428 moving. A few seconds later, room 428 approaching. I stared at the phone, heart hammering. Then another. 10 doors away. Then, 9 doors away. My chest felt painfully tight. I walked to the door and listened. Silence. The notifications continued. 8 doors away. 7 doors away. 6 doors away. Then I heard it. Very faint footsteps. Somewhere down the corridor. Slow. Steady. Coming closer. My stomach dropped. The updates matched perfectly. 5 doors away. 4 doors away. 3 doors away. The footsteps grew louder. 2 doors away. 1 door away. Then silence. Complete silence. The final notification appeared. Room 428 has arrived. I stood frozen, listening. Nothing. Then a soft knock echoed through the room. 3 taps. Knock. 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 My phone vibrated one final time. Guest interaction available. 2 options appeared. Accept. Decline. I pressed decline immediately. The Wi-Fi disconnected. The lights flickered once. Then every notification vanished. The next morning I asked reception about room 428. The receptionist looked confused. According to the hotel records, there was no room 428. The fourth floor only went up to room 421. That night, after checking out, I received one final notification. Not connected to any network. Not attached to any app. Just text. Guest interaction missed. Followed by, we'll try again next day. Story 5. Terms accepted. The Wi-Fi network shouldn't have existed anymore. That's what scared me, because I was the reason it got shut down. 3 years earlier, during my first year of university, there was a public Wi-Fi network students used constantly. Campus_free_Wi-Fi. Everyone connected to it. Library, lecture halls, cafes, everywhere. Then one day it disappeared. The university replaced it with a new network. End of story. At least that's what everyone thought. Fast forward 3 years. I was sitting alone in the library finishing coursework around 1 a.m. The building was almost empty. Just a handful of students scattered across different floors. I opened Wi-Fi settings because my connection was acting up. Then I saw it. Signal strength. Full. Network. Campus_free_Wi-Fi. My stomach tightened instantly. The old network. The one that had been shut down years ago. I refreshed. Still there. I checked the university website. The network wasn't listed anywhere. Only the current campus Wi-Fi existed. Yet somehow, the old one sat at the top of my available connections. Full signal. Maximum strength. Curiosity got me. I tapped it. The connection happened instantly. No password. No login page. Nothing. Then a browser window opened automatically. White background. Black text. One sentence. Terms previously accepted. I froze, because I didn't remember accepting anything. Then another message appeared. Welcome back. The page closed itself. For several minutes nothing happened. Then my phone buzzed. Notification. No app. No logo. Just text. User reconnected. I frowned. Then another. 2 active users. My stomach tightened. The library was practically empty. Who was the second user? Then another notification appeared. Searching conversation history. I stared at it. The message disappeared. A minute later. History found. Then, 2013 messages retrieved. My chest tightened, because that sounded impossible. The network shouldn't have access to my messages. Then another notification appeared. You worried a lot more back then. I froze, because it was true. My first year at university had been rough. I didn't tell anybody that. The notifications continued. You almost dropped out. Then, you never told your parents that. My stomach dropped. I disconnected immediately. The Wi-Fi icon vanished. Problem solved. Or so I thought. A few seconds later, the network reconnected itself. No permission request. No warning. Just connected. Then another notification arrived. Please don't leave yet. I stood up, packed my things, started walking toward the exit. The messages followed. Ground floor. Then, main staircase. Then, exit doors. Every location update matched exactly where I was. My chest felt cold. The network somehow knew my movements. Then another notification appeared. Second user moving too. I stopped walking. The message expanded. Distance, 41 meters. My stomach tightened. Then, 38 meters. 35 meters. 33 meters. The number kept dropping. Someone else connected to the network was moving. Toward me. I looked around. The library appeared empty. Silent. Then another update. 27 meters. I started walking faster. The distance kept falling. Then, visual contact soon. My heart was hammering now. I reached the exit doors. Pushed them open. Cold night air hit me. Then another notification appeared. 12 meters. I looked behind me. Nobody. The library entrance sat completely empty. Then, 9 meters, 7 meters, 5 meters. My chest tightened painfully, because the area around me was deserted. There was nowhere for anybody to hide. Then the final notification arrived. Second user connected, followed by distance 0 meters. I spun around immediately. Nothing. No one there. The Wi-Fi disconnected. Every notification vanished. Silence. I never saw the network again. Until last month. I bought a new phone. Brand new device. Brand new account. Nothing transferred over. The first time I opened Wi-Fi settings, one saved network already existed. Not available. Not nearby. Just saved. Network name. campus_free_Wi-Fi. Underneath it. Terms accepted. Permanently. Most Wi-Fi networks are forgettable. You connect for a few minutes. Check your messages. Watch a video. Then move on. And eventually, you forget the network ever existed. At least, that's what you're supposed to believe. Until years later, a connection returns that shouldn't be there. A network that remembers your device. A login page that remembers your name. A signal that somehow finds you again. Because sometimes, the scariest thing isn't who's on the network. It's the possibility that the network is keeping track of who's on it. There are more stories like this on my channel. If you're willing to stay connected, subscribe. If you think you can handle the next one, I'll see you again. Assuming you don't join the wrong network tonight.